Hello, friends of St. Paul's. I'm Winston Lindsay, and I'm speaking to you today as a representative of our outreach committee here at St. Paul's. In the past, I've spoken to you many times about the work of the Canadian Foodgrains Bank, and as you can see, I've got their sign here, and I'm wearing their shirt. Every autumn, we set aside a Sunday as sort of Foodgrains Sunday, and that usually means a lunch and learn with someone from the Foodgrains Bank to come and talk to us. This year, it's going to be a little different. This year, our tech genius Luke Alsop and I are putting together a video to give us a bit of background on how we got started with the Foodgrains Bank and an introduction to our partners, Shirley Cranston and Ray Butter, that make this whole project possible. About 25 years ago, David Wilkinson, who was chair of outreach at that time, knew a bit about the Foodgrains, and he thought it'd be a good fit for St. Paul's. So he contacted Reverend Rick Spees, who was minister at Bowman Bethesda, two rural churches in Ancaster, and put together this project. They recruited Jack and Shirley Cranston, who donated the land, and they recruited Ray Butter and Sons, who provided the time and expertise, and on that basis they put together the project that still goes on, our Foodgrains project. When Rick became minister here at St. Paul's, that just grew and expanded and became even a deeper part of St. Paul's life here. So that's the background. That's how we got to where we are today. From here, we're going to go to Rymel Road in Ancaster to have a look at our crop up there and to meet some of these partners. First, Shirley Cranston. So come with me and join me at Shaver Farm in Ancaster. Welcome back. Here we are right on the edge of Rymel Road in Ancaster, and as you can see, this is a kind of frontier between two different worlds. On the north side over there, we've got Winners and Walmart and Canadian Tire and a whole series of box stores. On the south side, just exactly across the road, we have what you see behind me, this beautiful field of corn, agricultural land. Also, as a matter of fact, it is the land that the Cranston family has donated to the Foodgrains Bank for the last 25 years. So you're looking at a crop that's growing here, and if you think that over the last 25 years there have been at least that many crops grown here for a Canadian Foodgrains Bank. Let's just have a quick look at this year's crop. This, of course, is the land that is part of the Foodgrains acreage, and this is part of our crop for this year, some nice looking corn. And we're going to move from here just down to where Shirley's place is at Shaver Farm. So come with me, and we're moving down to meet Shirley. Hello, Shirley, my dear. Hello.
Hello, nice
Wonderful
to
to
see
see
you.
you. What
Nice
a
to
great
see
hat.
you.
What a great hat you've got.
Oh, I like
a
your
Foodgrains
shirt.
hat.
I like your shirt.
Well, Shirley, the very first thing I must say is thank you. Thank you for having us in your lovely house. Thank you for welcoming us into your life and into this great work that you and your family have done for the Foodgrains Bank. Yeah, it's just awesome what you've accomplished. And this is such a lovely place. We sit here in your sunroom, we look out over the beautiful yard, and there are lovely vistas in every direction. And it's a place surrounded by, your history and your tradition and your memories. It's just a wonderful place for you to be. About how long have you been living here, Shirley?
Well, actually, since early 2000. And we moved here from Copetown.
Mm-hmm.
My parents went into a retirement home, And we came back to the family home, and our dreams were to make this a family museum.
Right.
And I really thank you very much for making this possible. It's just like going down memory lane.
Of course we are, aren't we? But then that means that you grew up here in this house, is that right?
I grew up here.
Ah.
Yes.
And now you're full circle.
I made full circle.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yes. I grew up here, and then I met Jack at Ancaster Fair. We were showing calves against each other.
Oh.
And that's where we met, and we were married in 1952 and lived in Copetown. And then after a while we wanted a change. We farmed there, wanted a change, and we had a chance to come back to the homestead.
Sure.
And
Wow.
luckily Jack was a self-taught carpenter, and I took some courses in interior design at Mohawk, which was a big help for me, and we worked together on it.
Sure. Well, what you've done is gorgeous. It's just a great place. It's a treasure for the whole community, and I'm sure you're very proud of what you did, and I'm sure you miss Jack as a wonderful, wonderful man. I remember him well.
Yes, he had a big smile, and the
Oh,
room
yes.
always lit up when he
Yep.
he came into the room, and he loved welcoming guests. And we were involved with Doors Open for several years, and then of course we got involved with the Canadian Food Bank, which was really.
Now, do you remember how that began, Shirley?
Rick Spees was the one that introduced to Jack at a men's breakfast, and I think that's how it started, a very small beginning. And look at it now, and thanks. It's really been really great that we've been part over the years with the Canadian Foodgrains.
Do you remember those early meetings we used to have here in your yard?
Everybody came in, we'd have corn on the cob and barbecue, and we'd have a meeting, we'd have a speaker, and a tour. It was really great, and we had the neighboring churches as well invited. It wasn't just one church.
No, it wasn't, was it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a collection, of course, taken up for the Canadian Foodgrains, which was really great. And I think at that point, the government matched it, I think 1 to 3 or
1 to 4,
I believe it
yes.
was, which was really great. So they were really good times.
Well, they were. I remember some of them. I remember David and Catherine Mayberry, who were Foodgrains representatives, being here and doing a presentation. And I remember every year Jack being there, cooking the corn, and a good time had by all. Yeah, those were wonderful events.
And then something else I forgot to mention too was Marnie Cunningham and her friend. They played the ukulele here once and entertained.
Did they?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we always had a little bit of entertainment as well as a guest speaker, but the food was the main. It was really a great gathering. It really was. Everybody had a good time.
More recently, of course, we've had events at Bowman and Bethesda and little sessions at St. Paul's in Dundas, too, as we have our annual autumn gathering about Foodgrains Bank. But what I remember most is these wonderful events out here.
Well, it's really great St. Paul's could carry on with this project, and we hope to carry on here. I forgot to mention that the farm is rented out to the Butters family, and 1 year is maybe corn, 1 year is soybeans, and I believe you people are from here. I believe you people are going to have a visit at the Butter Farm.
That's our hope, that to go back to Butter Farm on Butter Road. Now, did the Ray Butter family start working this farm about the time that you and Jack came back?
Yes, it was rented it was originally a dairy farm.
Yes.
And when Dad sold the cattle, then he rented it to a farmer in Alberton, and I think they grew hay.
Yes.
And then when we came back, to the homestead here, then that's when the Butters
Right.
family started renting the land. And
So
it wa-
Ray and his sons have been
Yes.
the custodians of the land and the tillers
Yes.
of the land
Yeah.
right from the very first of the Foodgrains thing.
Of the Foodgrains.
Oh, that's what
Yes, they've
that's what
been-
I kind of thought, but I
Yeah.
wanted to hear it from you.
Yeah, yeah. And I think Ray is kind of wanting to slow down a little bit, and Kevin is taking over now. And
Well, sure. Yeah.
I think it's really great keeping it in the family.
It is,
The
isn't it?
same here. We want to keep this farm in the family. We don't want it paved over. Keep
Well,
it in agriculture.
It's been a treat to be here. I got one more quick little question for you. As you look ahead, as we all do, we think ahead. When you think of Shaver Farm and what it is and what it has been to you and to the community, what is your sort of hope for its future?
I wish I had a crystal ball.
Well, none of us has a crystal ball, I'll tell you that. But what's your hope?
I'm hoping that we can keep it in the family. It's been in the family from one generation down to the next generation.
Yes.
And this is what our hopes are. And possibly a private family museum. Because all the artifacts that you probably will see in this interview are pretty well original to the farm. We've just been able to display them.
Yep.
And possibly they're not labeled, but quite often there's people come in and they'll wonder, oh, okay, now what type of a saw is this or that? So it's been interesting conversations.
Well, we'll keep our hopes up and hope that's what happens. So thanks again for today. It's just been a treat for us, and it's always nice to see you. I always leave reassured and positive after a chat with Shirley. So thank you, and I guess Luke and I, our next stop will be Butter Farm.
Okay, well, thanks, and you have a good day.
Thank you very much, Shirley. Yeah, well, here we are on the Butter Farm in Ancaster, and it's a beautiful autumn morning. This is the Butter homestead, and our host today is Kevin Butter, who lives here and works here. Lucky Kevin. It's a beautiful, beautiful place on a beautiful morning. How long have the Butter family been working here?
I'll be the fourth generation.
Okay.
Started with my great-grandfather and my grandfather and my father and now me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Mostly here, you would call yourselves grain farmers?
Grain, yeah, yep.
Right. And how many acres of grain will you be growing this year?
In and around that 1,500 range.
What are your principal crops, Kevin?
Corn, soybeans, and wheat.
Those
The majority of it being soybeans.
Yeah. So obviously the wheat came off end of July or
Yep.
so. And you're at beans now?
We're at cutting soybeans now, yeah.
Righto.
And trying to follow the combine with planting wheat as the drill right behind us.
Okay. So the beans come off and wheat goes in essentially at the same time.
Yep, yep.
What happens to the wheat straw?
We just spread it on the field.
Right. Yeah.
Then it kind of turns into fertilizer as it decays and rots down.
Right. And then in another month you'll get at the corn?
Corn, yeah, corn should be another month. It's still kind of got a green tinge to it, so.
Right. How do you know when it's ready?
Oh, you take some samples, and we have a moisture sampler
Yep.
over at the elevator.
Will you have to dry the corn
Yep, yeah, we generally dry our corn.
in your big silos?
Yeah, we have a dryer there, and then once it's through the dryer, we put it in the bins, and
Right. Do you have to dry the beans?
hopefully not. This year we haven't, no.
Okay.
But some years we do, yes.
Okay. What's in your big bins now?
Nothing. Right now they're
Nothing.
empty.
They're empty.
We're working on filling one of them with soybeans,
Yes.
and then the other two will be filled with corn when we
Right,
get.
yeah.
Hopefully they're full this year.
No, I assume that when the wheat ends up milled and flour,
Yep.
and the corn, most of your corn is going to go for livestock food, maybe?
No. A lot of our corn gets loaded on a ship in Hamilton, and it goes over to Europe,
Does it?
Ireland, and what they do with it, sweeteners.
Okay. And what happens to the beans?
Soybeans are crushed in Hamilton,
Yes.
made into cooking oils, and soybeans are in a lot of soy,
Are they?
is in a lot of food products. And
Yes.
And if it doesn't go there, it gets loaded on a ship and heads over to Europe too. So.
I think I've seen that big crusher down in Hamilton. It's at the bottom of Victoria Street.
Bungie, yeah.
Today, what are you doing today?
Or just getting ready to hopefully get combining again once the dew burns off. And I'm going to start planting wheat. Maybe get that wrapped up this weekend, and then...
Will you have to wait an hour or so for the air to dry out a bit?
Yeah, for the dew to kind of burn off with the sun. Yeah.
Right on. Well, your kids are off to school?
Yep, they're gone.
And your day is underway,
Yep.
and we're taking your time. When you look ahead, do you think there can be grain farming going on here and another generation for your children?
It'll be a struggle as far as development.
Yeah.
The urban boundary keeps chasing us farther away.
When you look ahead, that would be the issue.
With our area, yes.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Well, could you just take a moment and introduce us to a couple of the machines since they're right here?
Yeah, this is our air seeder. We plant wheat with it. Generally, that's all we plant with it. Our grain elevator, our shop where all the repairs get done. Yeah, if we want to walk around and look at some things, I guess, be.
Yeah, are you going to walk with us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. See over there.
Who's this?
Charlie, the guard dog.
Hi, Charlie. How long you had this tractor? This is a 10-year.
This is 1976.
76. Wow.
Yeah. It's been around a long time.
That's an old friend.
It still runs good. Yeah.
This is your planter.
Yeah.
After the beans come off, you don't till. You
Nope.
just
Put this right in the ground. Yeah.
that goes fairly deep.
No, an inch and a quarter.
Okay.
All the tractors are driven with the GPS with satellites.
They're driven with those?
Yeah, it's on the straight line, and then anything in the field, we kind of have to turn around it.
Oh, okay. So when you're driving, that's what you're doing. You're kind of correcting.
Yep.
These are sprayers. One of them's a sprayer anyway.
One's a sprayer and one's a fertilizer spreader.
It's got tall wheels and a small footprint, right?
So you can go, yes. The narrow wheels are so you don't damage the crop. Right. And the height of it so you can drive over the corn.
Yeah.
Till it gets to a certain height, and then you cannot.
When the arms are out, is it
100 feet wide.
100 feet?
Yes. They just keep getting bigger and bigger.
But that's designed, you can drive that down the road, can't
Yep.
you? And what do we have here?
Oh, this is our fertilizer spreader.
And that's a dry fertilizer.
Dry, yep. Granular.
And that's a mix of
Well, we're putting potash on our soybeans stubble now, and we will work it under for the corn crop next year.
This is the truck that goes to the field, right?
Yep.
So you drive that right out beside the combine?
No, you park it on the driveway or the field entrance, and
the combine comes
the grain
up.
buggy will bring it to you.
Okay, you've got the combine, and then there's a tractor with a grain buggy.
Grain buggy that takes the grain from the combine and puts it in the truck.
Righto, into
And
the
when
truck.
the truck's full, we bring it home and we dump it in our pit back there.
Can we go and take a look at the pit?
And it conveys it up a drag conveyor into a bucket elevator, goes up to the top, and whatever pipe we have it selected to, or bin, it'll flow down one of those
It'll
pipes.
go down one of those pipes into one or the other.
Yeah, and then to get it out, you reverse it. You take it out the bottom with an auger, goes up, back up, and then comes back down the pipe to one of our loadouts. The grain goes down through here, trucks dump into it.
And
as you can see, there's some beans bounce pretty good.
Yep.
So, and then it goes up this drag conveyor. As you can imagine, when that's running and operating, it's quite full of grain. We can see where the shiny part is. And then it goes up the elevator,
Up the
as you
elevator.
said, and we can put it into whatever bin we want. We're starting to fill this bin here.
Is that an auger or a blower? How's it moving?
Bucket elevator.
A bucket elevator.
The belt with a bunch of cups on it.
Right. What are the big problems? Weather, markets?
Weather. Yeah, Donald Trump, markets. That's probably the main one. Input costs keep rising
Do they?
and rising, and then we have no control over the price of our grains when we sell it.
Where do your seed come from?
A lot of it's grown on up the 401 towards Chatham.
And then you do fertilizer and spray and diesel
everything.
fuel.
Diesel fuel, everything just adds up.
Adds up, right, that's it. Of your main crops, which is the most expensive to grow?
Corn.
Corn is.
Yeah.
It is. Just what, more?
The seeds are so expensive. The nitrogen, your fertilizers, so
Right.
expensive. The chemicals.
Right. Well, I don't know what you say to a farmer. Or good luck.
Good luck, yeah.
Good luck, good weather, good markets, and keep doing it. I mean, I've got to say a huge thank you for your time today, but mostly for 25 years from your family of this work you're doing with the Foodgrains
Well,
Bank.
we'll continue doing it. So.
It's just fantastic that you guys do that. You donate your time, your effort, and mostly, I figure, it's your expertise. It's knowing what to do.
Yep.
Because this is a whole
Generations of it.
culture
Yeah.
of understanding how to do this, and you can't just go out and buy that.
No,
we're
you
lucky to
gotta-
find you guys who know this stuff and do it. So thank you. Thanks for your time today, and I guess Luke and I are probably on our way. Well, here we are back at St. Paul's. I hope you enjoyed your tour, and aren't we lucky to have the partners that we have on this project? If we think about the Cranston family, for more than 2 decades, they've given us that land and the use of the crops that grow there. They've paid the taxes, they've entertained, they've had parties there for Foodgrains. They're truly champions. And then the Butter family, year in and year out, they've looked after the land, they've managed it, they've used their expertise to make it work perfectly. Really, we've been blessed by those 2 partners in our project. There is one other partner I should mention, and that's the federal government. The federal government watches us and pays attention to what we do. And this year, they've made a grant of $4 million to the Foodgrains Bank for our work in the Sudan. And so we appreciate that attention from our government. There is one more piece in the puzzle, and of course, that's you and me. When we make a donation to the Foodgrains Bank, we become partners in this organization and help to move it ahead and do what it's destined to do. And just as I finish here, I do want to say a huge thank you to Luke Alsop for his work. It's always fun to work with Luke, and Luke doesn't want me to say that, but I'm saying it anyway, and I insist on it being there. So thank you, Luke, and thanks to all of you, and God bless. Goodbye.